In Brookhaven, for those who don't know, we have several game passes that are expensive. But today, I want to rank them from worst to best in a tier list. On the right, we have all the game passes, and on the left, we have the letter D, which is the worst of all, and also the letter S, which is the best of all. I want to see which game pass is the best and also which one is the worst. So for that, I called my friend who will help me do this. But guys, it looks like he's scared. He said, "I'm impressed that the car turned out so ugly." But this car is not ugly. This car is simply beautiful. It's a classic car. It has nice tires. It has this thing on top. And it has this engine here in the front. He said, "Let's test the first game pass. Which one will it be?" I'm thinking about which game pass I'm going to test first, but I'll choose a completely random game pass. So, I picked this game pass. For those who don't know, this game pass gives me interesting things in the game. I can go to the apartments and go up here to get the top floor apartments, but it looks like my friend already got them. He said, "I teleported." That actually makes sense. But he can get interesting apartments. If I click this button, we have several apartments here, and all the ones with this symbol, I can get them in the game, and you can see that they are interesting. They are basically penthouses and well-made, while the lower ones are very simple. And there are several more on the right. My friend came back here. He said, "These apartments are really good." That's true. They are simply huge and also very beautiful. This game pass is really good. I'll place it in the letter A. It's good, but you don't have to have it. You buy it if you want to. He said, "What's the next game pass?" So, there are a lot of game passes that I'm going to test. So guys, I'm going to start testing all the Brookhaven game passes, or else we won't finish testing all of them. So, the next game pass will be exactly this one. For those who don't know what it does, I can change the color of vehicles, increase the skateboard speed to 35, and the car speed to 70. And that's very simple. If I leave my house, I can pick any car from the right, but I can only set the speed to 70. I can boost the turbo, and also change the car color. It's an interesting game pass, but not that much. And my friend just arrived here. But guys, I don't understand why he reset his character. He said it's faster to come here. That makes sense. This game pass is not very good, but it costs less than 50 Robux. So, it's a good game pass to have. So, I'll place it in the letter A. But now, I'm going to test this other game pass because this one is much better. I can get in my car, and I can set the speed to 200 and turbo to 3, making the car faster. You can see that I'm going really fast in the game. And also, if I pick specific cars on the right, like this one, and then modify it with the game pass, I can accelerate a lot because this car is very fast. And because of this game pass, the car became even faster. But accidentally, I entered the house of someone I don't know. But apparently, this is my Roblox friend. He noticed that we are behind the house. I'm sure he doesn't understand why there is a car in his backyard. He said, "What? How are you going to get out now?" Look, getting out is pretty simple. I just left the same way I entered. But there's one problem. I can't get out that easily. I'm stuck here, but the house was deleted. This friend of mine helped me get out of here. He came back to the front and placed his house again. Guys, he helped me a lot. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get out of there. But this game pass is really good. So I'll place it in the letter S because this game pass is perfect. But now, I want to test the music game pass. For those who don't know, there is a music button here where I can play different songs, but I can't play specific songs, and the songs on this list are really bad. So, this game pass is not worth it. I will place this game pass in the letter D because it is really bad. In the past, it was worth buying this game pass, but nowadays, it's not worth it anymore. He said, "Wait, you can't play custom songs anymore?" So, no, you can't. They modified the game pass because of Roblox's rules, and now you can't play your own songs. But now, I'm going to test the horse game pass. Here on the right, we have this horse that I can get for free, but if I ride the horse, there is this button up here where I can make several modifications. I can change the color of the horse. I can modify the horse if I buy this game pass. But it's not very interesting because not many people use a horse in Brookhaven, and the ones who do, don't modify the horse. So, the people who buy this game pass don't really use it in Brookhaven. So, I'm going to place this game pass in the letter C because it's really cheap but not very interesting. Now we have fewer game passes on the right. Now, I'm going to choose exactly this one. It's simply really good. So, I'm coming to pick up my friend, but he disappeared. Actually, he's running over here. I don't know what happened for him to go back to the start of the game, but now he's running. So, I'll have to get a fast car on the right. Perfect. I got exactly this one, which is faster, but my friend is looking at this. He sent this emoji and said, "This is the worst car of all." Look, this car is not that bad. I'm going to place a chair up here so he can get in. And now I'm running over here because I need to get the Brookhaven mansions. But the car is almost falling. It's really hard to drive this car. And for those who don't know, this game pass allows me to get some really interesting houses. We have mansions that are very expensive. My friend arrived here in front to see this. These are the best houses in Brookhaven, but they all cost 800 Robux, which is the price of the game pass. He said, "It's worth it. It's the best game pass in the game." That's true. It's one of the best game passes in the game. This game pass is really good. You can get amazing houses. The houses here are incredible. This game pass deserves a really high rating. I'm going to place it up here because it's perfect. But now, I'm going to test the disaster game pass. This game pass is really interesting. He said, "Wait, can we test it in the mansion?" Yes, we can do that. So, my friend is coming here in front. I'm arriving at the mansion to test this. You can see that my friend is coming to test it. But here, we have two buttons. We have this one and also this other button. button. And if I click the one below, fire starts appearing in my house, like a fire disaster. But guys, the fire game pass is not very interesting because it has very few functions. I'm going to place it in the letter B, but the disaster game pass is much better. If I click here, I will have access to this menu, and if I activate all the house effects, you can see that a lot of things are happening. It's really an interesting game pass. I can set my house on fire, which works the same way as the previous game pass. Fire will appear here. You can add ghosts and zombies, and you can see that they appear here. They are really weird, and they show up around the house to scare the player. And we also have ghosts that are just bizarre. My friend arrived here to see this, and he literally fell in fear. This game pass is very interesting. It's one of the best game passes in Brookhaven. So, I'm going to place it in the letter S. Now we have the premium game pass. For those who don't know, it allows me to get several cars with the star on the right, as long as I have the premium game pass. He said it's the best game pass in Brookhaven. Guys, that's true. The premium game pass is the best game pass of all. I can get cars like this one. My friend also got a premium car. All these cars are paid. It costs 300 Robux, but that's not the only thing I get. There are several other benefits, and my friend just arrived here. I also have access to this custom menu where I can add fire and smoke to the car. I can also completely destroy it, and it will fall to the ground like a boat. I can also get houses that have this symbol on the right, and you can see that they're beautiful. They are very luxurious and also unique in Brookhaven, and you can only get them with the premium game pass. This game pass has many benefits. I can enter this house and click this button up here, and that way, I'll be able to activate the pool, which will look like this in Brookhaven. And the same goes for this other house. I can only do this if I have the premium game pass. This game pass has many benefits, so I'm going to place it in the letter S because it's perfect. But now we have one of the worst game passes. This game pass is horrible. He said it's not bad. Liar. Actually, this is the worst game pass of all. Here on the right, we have the faces, but if I scroll down, we have these that are locked. But they are really weird. They look really bad, and you can only get them if you have the game pass. My friend is looking here. I want to know what he thinks about these faces. He said maybe this game pass is really bad. This is the worst game pass of all. But there are even worse faces here on the right, like this one. This face is from the game pass. And here on the right, there are some nice faces, but the free ones are better. All of these on the right are free. So, this game pass is not worth it. So, I'm going to place it in the letter D because it's really bad. And now we have the next game pass, which is the themes game pass. He said, remove that face, please. Guys, he didn't like that face because it's really ugly. So, I'm going to remove it, and now I'm back to normal. For those who don't know, the themes game pass allows me to modify the entire map. I can use several free themes on the right, like this tree theme. You can see that there are a lot of trees all over the Brookhaven map, and all of this is free. This other map on the right is also completely free, and you can see that there are a lot of buildings here. This is really interesting. But we also have paid themes on the right with this symbol here. They are really interesting. You can see that the map looks destroyed. This is really cool. There are other paid themes on the right, like this horse theme. Horse signs appear, and some regions of the map are modified to have horses here in Brookhaven. This is the best theme of all, but there's a problem. The people in the server can't see it. Only you can see the modifications. But it's a game pass that is worth it because the map looks much better. Now, the map looks like this, and if I remove this theme from the right, the map looks really bad. So, I'm going to place it in the letter A because it looks nice, but it's not necessary. And now, we have this game pass, which is really good. He said the best game passes were saved for last, right? That's exactly right. Now, I'm arriving here in front. For those who don't know, we have several plots of land. The free ones look like this, but the plots with this picture are paid. We have several, and they are all in interesting locations. This one is on the mountain, this other one is on the beach, and this one is on top of a mountain. So, this is really a game pass that is worth it because it's not very expensive, and I can also go up here to place a house on the right, and my house will be on top of the mountain. There are also modifications in the game that make the place look nicer because now it looks like this. And if I delete the house on the right, the mountain stays exactly like this, totally modified. And my friend placed this house, and you can see that it looks interesting. It's a house in the middle of the water. Now, my friend is running over here. This game pass is really worth it. He entered exactly here. I'm going to place this game pass up here because it's really good. Now we have the boat game pass. Unfortunately, I can't use boats in this lake, but if I go to this area, I can get these free boats on the right, and they actually look pretty nice. But we also have paid boats that are better than the free ones. Basically, I have to go a little further down, and we have boats like this one or this other giant one, which is a pirate ship bigger than the other one in Brookhaven. This boat is free, while this other one is paid and is simply huge. We also have this yacht, and it's really an interesting game pass to have in Brookhaven, but not many people go sailing in Brookhaven. So, it's a good game pass, but it's not necessary. So, I'm going to place it in the letter A. And now we have this game pass. Here on the right, we have several cars that I can get, but if I scroll down, we have the locked cars. These cars are more interesting than the regular ones in the game. He said, let's get as many as we can. Let's do it. I'm going to get several cars to see what they look like. Perfect. I'm picking them, and my friend is also getting as many cars as possible. Perfect. We got the limit of cars that my friend and I could take. You can see that we have the Cybertruck and several really interesting cars that are completely paid and are part of this Brookhaven game pass. If I drive them, you can tell that these these cars are simply perfect. My friend is coming over here, and you can see that this car looks really nice inside. They are perfect cars. It's a game pass that you need to have in Brookhaven, and all the paid cars in Brookhaven are really nice. So, this game pass deserves a high rating. My friend said, is this the best game pass of all? I don't think so, because there are several other really interesting ones. So, I'm going to place this game pass in the letter S because it's really good. And now we have the VIP game pass. This game pass is new, but I can get these cars with a crown, which are really interesting cars. These are cars that only VIPs can get, and they really are nice. We have this Batman car, which is one of the best cars of all. There are also other cars on the right that I can get, like these two. They are very nice and unique cars in Brookhaven because very few people have this game pass. And my friend is looking here. He got this car that is also paid. It's a VIP car in Brookhaven, but that's not all you get. If I scroll down, we have this VIP job where I basically get this picture above me. Pretty cool. My friend said, wow. And here on the right, we have these particles that are for VIPs in Roblox. They are really interesting and very easy to get. And if I send a message in the chat, you can see that I have the VIP tag in my nickname to show other players that I have the VIP game pass. And there are actually a lot of things you can do. He said, you can get more cars and also don't have to wait to change houses. That's true. For those who don't know, I can get several cars because of this game pass. If I get a house in a public server, it will appear normally. But after it appears, if you want to change houses on the right, you can't because you have to wait 10 minutes. And now, there is a player with a really weird car. But if I have the game pass, I can get whatever house I want. And if I want to change my house, I just select another one on the right, and the house will appear here. He said, this game pass is really good. So, this is one of the best game passes in the game. I'm going to place it in the letter S because it's really good. And guys, if you want to add me here on Roblox, just click the Become Member button, and I will add you here on Roblox.